In 1930, Mars Incorporated introduced a peanut, nougat, caramel, and chocolate combination and called it the Snickers bar. The name was taken from the beloved horse of the Mars family, which they raised and rode for decades. Unfortunately, since chocolate is toxic to horses, Snickers was never able to munch on his namesake, and therefore was never presented with a sample of the delicious candy and asked, "You tried that?" We're back again. You tried that. And we're back with 3 new snacks. I'm Nick Novak with my partners Chad Hancock.
Wah, 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 wah! What's up?
And Geiger, can you do better than that?
Hello.
That's better.
I think that was much better.
That's my new introductory air horn.
By air horn, you mean your mouth.
Yes.
Boys, you ready to shove our faces with snacks?
I was born ready.
We're trying some new candies here today, and one of them is the Snickers. And we haven't had a lot of candy bar discussion, but I know, Chad, you are as in love with the Snickers as I am.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Snickers is on my Mount Rushmore of candies, along with, Reese's Cups, Oreos, and there's probably a fourth one in there.
Oreos? Oh, what about candy bars, though?
Candy bars, Snickers, probably my favorite, just pure bar. I will eat a Snickers anytime, any day. I'll just find myself wandering the streets looking for Snickers, sometimes in a fugue state.
Not hard to find.
Yeah.
Would you agree that they really satisfy?
Yes, I would.
I would say for Snickers, to me, I am always looking for something a little bit better. Like, it's not never my go-to, but it's the good fallback. Like, if there's no other good options, or I know I can rely on a Snickers to be good. I like Snickers. They're super solid for me. They're like a B+, but they're like very dependable.
What bars do you like better?
Ooh, was not prepared.
Like
no,
a Butterfinger
I would
or
say,
some shit?
I used to love Butterfingers. The problem is Butterfinger. Well, I don't want to cut us off in a future episode here. I'm just saying, Butterfinger in general has a tendency to get lodged into your teeth till the end of fucking time. So I don't always love them as much anymore. I really like Nutrageous, and I like New York.
Outrageous.
Yes, don't come at
That's
me
an odd
about
take.
Nutrageous.
I don't think.
That's outrageous.
Oh boy, that's an odd take. York peppermint patties, I like. I know.
Yeah, I'm behind you on that.
Okay, cool.
That's not a bar.
M&M.
Also not a bar.
I'm a very big fan of M&M. Oh,
Not
okay.
a bar.
Yeah, not a bar. Yeah, Chad, what's your favorite candy? Well, I like Oreos. Yeah, thanks.
That is a candy. It's not a. But we're talking about bars here.
I don't think Oreos is a
How
candy.
is Oreo a candy? It's a cookie.
All right.
What aisle of the store do you buy them?
I think Snickers is an A+, a regular Snickers on top of the mountain of candy bars. Even Reese's, I want 99 out of 100 times, but the Snickers, I wanted 100. So to me, that's the top candy bar.
I also really like Twix a lot.
I used to be really into Twix. I think maybe around college days or something like that. I think I ate too much of them, and so I got a little Twixed out. But
Yeah.
that's never happened with Snickers. I can eat so many Snickers, and I never get sick of them.
The top 3, we're laying it down right now.
Ooh,
Your
fuck.
top 3, if you at this moment in time, candy bars. Hancock started off.
Snickers and Reese's Cups, and then number 3, I think I'm going to go peanut butter M&Ms for number 3.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
What about you, Novak?
Snickers 1, Cups 2, and the Reese Stick is 3.
Excellent choice. I almost said Reese Stick. Almost said that.
Okay. Y'all got candy, huh? Y'all got candy.
You have no idea what you're going to say, do you?
Well, the thing is,
All right. For another 5
Okay.
minutes.
there's a 50-way tie for first. No, I will say Reese's Cup is probably number 1. 2, I like me some Nutrageous. And 3 is a tie. You gotta give. I'll just take one tie: regular plain chocolate M&Ms and York peppermint patty.
Ugh.
Pick one. Pick one of those two.
Oh,
There can be only one third place candy.
peppermint patty.
No same person likes the plain M&M better than the rest. That's just
You're looking at them. I mean, I like some of the variations. Like the peanut butter ones are good. The mint ones are. Oh, actually,
The peanuts.
I don't mean to. Well, I like the peanut. Okay, what I was going to say was they make a coffee nut flavor that I love. It's really good. It's a peanut M&M that's got like coffee flavoring in it.
Ooh.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, I can't trust. I don't know if I can trust your candy opinions.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what we're going to eat in a future episode? Coffee fucking nut and York peppermint patty. All three things York peppermint patty, just for Chad.
Geiger, I think you just talked yourself off this podcast. Get the fuck out of this call.
Good luck bringing in all those viewers or listeners.
We keep forgetting every episode to talk about where all of our millions and millions of listeners can find us. So, Geiger, give them the heads up with the correct podcast name and where they can find us.
No pressure. Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to come visit it, it's going to take a while. You Tried Dat headquarters is still under construction. The new wing should be open pretty soon. But in the meantime, you can email us at youtrydat@gmail.com. You can visit on Facebook at You Tried Dat. And you can go on Twitter at You Tried Dat. If you try to go to You Like That, nothing will show up, at least that we did, because it's not a real thing. But feel free to let us know if you want us to try a certain snack, if you disagree or agree with us vehemently. Mostly agree. We have no real interest in dissenting opinions. And if you have any feedback on maybe new segments we could try or things like that, always happy to hear your feedback. And thank you for listening as always, all 7 of you.
One other social media plug real quick. We also have our YouTube channel if you'd rather listen to the episodes on the YouTube. And you can find that at youtube.com/channel/capital U, capital C, capital J, capital O, capital R, lowercase o-n, capital B, lowercase n, capital Q, lowercase v, capital H, 4, lowercase m, capital J, capital N, lowercase m, capital N, capital M, capital... Oh, shit, I fucked that up. Sorry, go back a couple. It was capital N, lowercase m, capital N, lowercase m, capital W, lowercase ut, 0, lowercase w.
Got it. All right, let's.
What's our MySpace page,
Let's
Chad?
just change the name of the podcast to that, so that way people can find it easier.
Welcome to the confusing URL of podcast.
All right, I've been really handling the Snickers quite a bit over here, so I'm anxious to get into it since we've talked all the Snickers.
Let's do it.
Well, let's not wait. And the first thing I noticed is the 50% off sticker.
This is not a regular Snickers, we should clarify.
Correct, that's right.
This is a Snickers Crisper.
These have been around for a while, haven't they?
Yeah,
Or am
I
imagining?
think so.
Probably, since they were in the clearance bin.
I think he meant the brand.
Bar.
And these are interesting because it's divided into 2 squares within the package instead of like one long continuous bar. And then they have this thing on there that says like save one for later and you can twist and close the package. What person does that? Like, of course you're just going to eat them both, right?
It's not a huge serving or
Right.
anything like that. Yeah.
Well, also, is it just twisted? Is there like a sticker in there that'll keep it closed, or are they really just telling you, hey, twist off the end of the bag? Like when you open a bag of chips and you just stare at it like you don't know how to close it.
I think that's what they're talking about.
All right.
What makes a Snickers Crisper? What is
Just that it has crisped rice. It has like a layer of crisped rice, I think, instead of nougat.
It's crisp rice, milk chocolate, caramel, peanuts.
as much as I do love the Snickers, I don't remember ever having one of these. I may have long ago.
I think I had one a long time ago, but not recently.
There's just no denying that this is not as good as a regular Snickers.
True.
Let me start off by saying that.
What were you expecting?
It's still delicious.
Let people know. So
Going for the second square. There's no way I'm tying this up to save for
basically,
later.
they've replaced the what's been replaced there. I mean, there's a decent amount. Is there still peanuts in there? Yeah,
Yeah, there's still
The
peanuts.
rice.
No nougat, right? Isn't
Yeah,
there
it's a
nougat? in the
layer of
regular-
nougat.
it's the nougat, which
Who really likes nougat?
I love nougat.
What?
You what? You don't like nougat?
I mean, nougat's fine, but you buy like if there was a bar of pure nougat, would you eat it?
No, but
Okay, but
would
you would eat Rice
a
Krispies,
bar of
right?
pure any of this? Well, I guess yeah, you could eat. Would you eat a bar of crisp rice?
No, but
Isn't that just like a Rice Krispie treat?
What other candy bars are heavy on the nougat? Milky Way, right?
Isn't
No,
like
Milky
yeah
Way.
Mars or Milky Way one of those ones? I
Three
think?
Musketeers. Three Musketeers is almost all nougat. Or
I
no,
don't like
is it?
I don't
It's
like
like-
Three Musketeers. Three Musketeers sucks.
What? I
What?
love Three Musketeers.
Oh,
is probably my top 10 for sure.
No. Oh, actually, another really good one is the Milky Way Midnight ones, the dark chocolate Milky Ways. Those are really good. I'm gonna eat the other one here.
Well, we
I
got
don't
bunch of snacks to go.
I know, and I had dinner maybe 40 minutes ago.
I haven't eaten dinner, and it got so because I had to go after work and get my son. Who cares? This is an errand. But there was not enough time. I'm like, if I eat dinner now, I'm not going to have room for all these snacks. So I'm going to eat both because I'm hungry. Anyway, no one cares. This is riveting.
All right, let's...
Tell us more about the mundane details of your day, Geiger.
You know what you can't do since you just ate them both?
Yeah.
Is twist to close.
No, I cannot.
Which I can try it out, Chad. Give it a shot.
I can twist a piece of paper. It's just, that doesn't work.
I'm twisting.
How does that work?
Hey, it stayed closed.
But they're
It's
acting like this is some innovation of packaging they created, twisting the end of a bag.
I could eat any half of anything in a bag and twist it closed, right?
Patent pending.
But, okay, so if they sold a regular Snickers bar like this, where they divided it up in half, would you ever stop after the first half and then twist it to close?
No, I'm a red-blooded American.
You watch me eat bags of edamame on this podcast. I don't care what it is. I'll eat whatever's in the container.
The bar size, my point is the bar size is a perfect size. So they're either admitting that they know their candy's inferior and you're going to want to stop halfway.
True.
Or we're brain dead. I don't understand why this isn't just a full bar.
So I guess I don't get it either.
I'll be honest. 80% of the Snickers I buy are king size.
Holy shit.
All right, you love Snickers.
I love Snickers, and I love candy in general, but a lot of times as I leave work, and if I stop to get gas, I'll just grab a king-size Snickers. And those are divided into two also, and I'm not even stopping at half in the king size, so I'm not sure why I would on the small
because the
one.
king size, now there's the king size, what? It's roughly the size of a standard table leg. How big are they?
Yeah, I actually haven't had a king size in a couple years, even though I do love Snickers.
Do you buy king size anything?
No, because I would only buy it of the stuff that I really like, so it would either be king size Snickers or king size Reese's Cups, which is 4 cups, and I have no self-control, so I will eat the entire Snickers, I will eat all 4 Reese's Cups, and not even blink, and then I'm just gonna get so fat if I do that.
I also probably eat a king size either Reese cup or Reese stick once a week as well.
Wow.
So... you guys make me feel bad on your healthy eating habits. I eat 2 king-size Reese cups every week. So is the Reese cup thicker or wider?
No, it's
Same
just
size.
4 cups.
Just 4 cups.
It's just 4 cups.
Okay.
Yeah, and is the Reese stick just 4 sticks?
4 sticks. Yeah, I feel terrible afterwards, but I keep doing it.
And the king-size Snickers is 2 full-size regular Snickers, back to back in the same package?
No, they're kind of fatter. They're a little shorter, and they're fatter.
Are you describing you after eating it? Little fatter.
A lot less dignity. And...
I usually don't get the king size stuff. I'll just get a regular size bar. My wife likes to get the king size, if you know what I mean.
No, we don't.
But all the way to beat for you guys to understand. No. She breaks half of it off and then twists off the condom at the end to save for later.
You're fired again.
We don't need...
Yeah. Let's get to the ratings.
Let's move on. I just wanted to move along real fast.
So we're gonna start with old Mr. King Size here.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let's go over the rating real quick.
Oh, hey! Don't tell me what to do.
You trying to get yourself fired again? Telling the boss what to do?
Just because I repeatedly forget to explain the rating.
I don't want to confuse the 6 members of our family who've heard every episode what's going on.
All right. If we really love something like a plain Snickers bar, then we're going to give it a love dat. If we enjoy it but don't love it, we're going to have a like dat. Right in the middle is going to be indifferent to dat, and hate dat. Chad, let's start off with you, the man who sent us the Snickers Crisper.
Okay. This was absolutely amazing. I loved it. However, it is not as good as a regular Snickers. I think that's fair to say. The twist to close thing is stupid. This should just be a full bar. But those two are the only real knocks I can come up against it. I still think it tastes great. That's not enough to downgrade it, so I'm going to give this a love dat.
Whoa!
Whoa! Oh.
All right, Geiger, that's a love right out of the bat here tonight.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, it's good. I ate both halves. Now, I am hungry, and I always eat everything. But I will agree it's not as good as regular Snickers. I'm not a huge fan of Rice Crisp, like the crisp, like Crunchers and crispy, whatever all the candy with like Rice Krispie bits. You know, the Starburst and doused in Rice Krispies. I just don't like all those candies. It's not my favorite style of candy. I don't hate it. It's just not what I would ever choose. I would probably never choose this candy because of that. However, it's not because it tastes bad. It's just I prefer other stuff. So I'd give it a like that. It's good. I wouldn't say love, but I'd say like.
All right. I want to give it a lower grade, but I don't think it's fair just because it's not matching up to Snickers.
Yeah.
I would eat it. It's a tasty snack. Again, I don't love the crisp rice either. I don't really even love crunch bars, like for example, that have the crispiness to them. But this still does have some Snickers flavor. I'm going to give it a like that.
There you go.
So that's a strong start from the Snickers Cruncher.
And once again, we're recommending, probably going to be recommending a major brand.
You're not going to believe this, but a major heavily focused Tetris candy is really popular, guys.
We recommend you go straight to the most popular store you can find and get the first thing on the top of the shelf.
Well, doesn't Chad had to wander the streets to find his? So,
and this was even a clearance bin Snickers, so
it definitely tasted better knowing we didn't spend the full $1.25 or whatever it was supposed to cost.
Yeah, it was 50 cents off.
50% off.
Oh,
50%, even better.
Yeah.
Man, that's a deal.
I'm actually pretty excited about the next one up, and that is this Halfpops. I haven't seen this before. The product is called Halfpops Black Truffle and Sea Salt Popcorn, but it's in a small bag. I don't know how to describe the size of this bag, but it's what you feel inside is definitely not pieces of popcorn, which is what Halfpops implying. But I'm really not sure what I'm going to find inside.
I think they're. I mean, they're basically like it implies. It's like not fully popped popcorn, and they're sort of little, almost like M&M sized kinds of things.
So, Chad, have you had these before then or no?
No, I have not.
On the back, it says popcorn minus fluff plus crunch equals popcorn perfected.
I don't think that's popcorn anymore, though.
Does that math check out?
No, it doesn't. Because if you take the fluff away, I mean, it's a different thing. It still could be good, but that's not popcorn.
Yeah, like, is this a exploded kernel still?
Yeah, no. They also have a lot of, like, clever wordplay on the back, or at least what they think is clever.
Yeah, this is this whole frickin' paragraph here. Like, we're a startup. We believe in our product. Blah, blah, blah. Boring, boring.
There's a lot of stuff we're trying, you can see, and stuff nowadays where they're trying to be really hip on the packaging. You can't fool us.
Would you say they're so hip that they might be hippies?
Yes, I would say that. This does have a strong black truffle smell.
I could not pick black truffle smell out of a lineup. How do you?
Oh, yeah, I was expecting more of a popcorny type smell.
Ooh, you can definitely taste it too. Spoiler alert, I ate one.
They're basically the size of a they're about the size of a it's basically unpopped popcorn, right? It looks like a kernel of popcorn.
That is aggressively truffly.
Yeah.
Like I've never like an actual truffle doesn't taste this truffly.
And I think they stole all the sea salt from the sea salt edamame, which had none, and this has sea salt to spare.
Whatever that is.
This is way different than what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Geiger, did you just try to put one in your mouth and then it fell out? That's what it looked like.
No, I tried to put one in my mouth. It fell out, and then I put it back in. Finish the circle.
It's very crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a kernel, but it's not like when you bite into, it's not that as hard as a kernel that you pick off the bottom of the popcorn bowl.
Have you guys noticed that, like, there just seems to be a ton of popcorn snacks now? So, like, these, like, popcorn rice cakes, specialty popcorn. My wife is obsessed with these thing called popcorners that we might review at some point. They're, like, shaped like a tortilla chip, but it's made out of, like, smashed together popcorn. Like, it seems to be maybe it's just me, but it seems like there's tons of, like, popcorn-y type food out there right now because it's like a supposedly healthier snack.
Well, that's why we started a podcast like this, to help people sort out the legions of snacks that are being thrown at them.
We will help you navigate the popcorn waters. Do you guys, Novak, you mentioned the hard kernels at the bottom of the bowl. Do you guys ever eat those, like the unpopped seeds? Like there's some that'll just have a little bit of popcorn sticking out, and I will eat the crunch. I love them. They're like crunchy and they're like weird, but I like them a lot. Sometimes I'll eat the actual seeds.
You talking about a half pop one or just the completely unpopped kernel at the bottom?
Both. I like the half popped ones a lot, but I will sometimes just crunch through like a burned seed. That's really bad. Don't tell my dentist. That's really bad for your teeth. Don't do that. But sometimes I will.
That sounds awful.
I do not eat the unpopped seeds.
Yeah.
I stick to the popped pieces.
I just like corn, not popcorn.
You just want to eat anything. Apparently.
No, but I like the half pop pieces are good, I think, because they're a little crunchy still, but they're like actual popcorn. All right, I'm alone on that.
Yep.
All right, Geiger, since you're alone, I'm going to start you off here rating this black truffle sea salt popcorn, half pop.
I like the concept. So, like, I like these, like, I like the crunchiness. I like that it's popcorn. I like the actual nugget itself. I could eat this. I think my problem, I wouldn't call it popcorn, but I like the snack. I like the style of snack. My problem is the flavoring. If this was like ranch flavored or barbecue or sour cream and onion or just regular salt, probably it would be fine. My problem is that it is very truffly, and I like truffle okay, but it's kind of a weird flavor on these, and I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't hate the taste. There's just something really off about it, and so I would give this an indifferent to that. I don't hate them, but I would prefer a different flavor beside. If they have other brand, I'm sure they have other ones besides black truffle. Like if you had like any other flavor, even just regular sea salt, I would probably like them more. So indifferent to that.
All right, I'll go next. I think I agree with most of what you said there. I was excited to eat them and was pretty let down by the taste. That the black truffle taste on this just gives it kind of a muddy kind of aftertaste that's not too pleasant. I keep going back and eating them, but then each time after it's fully crunched open, I'm deciding that I don't enjoy the taste in my mouth. So I am going to go a bit lower than you and go with a dislike that, because I could not see under any circumstances eating these again. So we're on the lower end here, Chad. Where are you going to fall?
I'm going to go with a dislike that as well. I liked it when I first put a couple bites into my mouth, but something about it's like sort of stuck in my teeth as I watch Geiger finish the bag.
I'm hungry.
It was kind of stuck in my teeth. I'm not loving the aftertaste, and I stopped eating after a couple, and I don't want to eat anymore, so that's going to be a dislike that for me. 2
dislikes and an indifferent, so we can't recommend these half pops. And Geiger, did you really finish the bag?
Yes. I did not.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
We're not here to have a meal. We're taste testing snacks.
Next week on You Tried Dat, barbecued pork chops.
This is a public service. Stop treating it like it's your personal meal service.
I give whatever I have left over to the food bank.
Yeah. Now, maybe the Snickers Cruncher you could, because you're able to save the rest by twisting off that package. Could you twist off?
Actually, yeah, try twisting this bag. I twist this bag and it kind of goes back to its regular form. So
that means you have to eat it.
Right. The Cruncher might be onto something.
I don't like wasting food as part of it, too. So I will, I have a pile of, old snacks from previous episodes that I didn't finish that are just sitting there. And we're going to slowly work our way through them.
Yeah, how were you guys in terms of, let's say you didn't finish a meal that maybe something that doesn't heat up well, but you could potentially eat it. Let's say you just got a little bit left, a handful of bites. Are you more likely to save that or just toss it and not feel so bad about it?
I'm not a big leftovers guy. I don't like leftovers generally, and kind of microwaved food in general I don't like, so that's a big part of it. So I'll probably just toss it most of the time.
Geiger?
I will say that my problem is I'll get it boxed up and then forget it there at the restaurant, but I will try to save it. There's certain things that are better as leftovers, I think. Like
what?
No, I'm saying better than other things.
Oh,
not
okay.
Better as fresh food, but stuff like stews and chilies and stuff. Those are, you can easily heat those up on the stove again. They taste just as good as they did before. There's certain things that is hard, like steak. I always eat the full steak because heating up steak the next day is just going to dry it out.
Right.
Or overcook it.
Yeah, or I'll just eat it cold. I just don't like wasting food, and I don't like wasting money on food. I buy a lot of food and I eat a lot of food, but I don't like wasting it. So I will take it into work the next day, even if I don't love it. There's certain foods that are just bad for leftovers, like pork chops are just dry and cold and whatever, but I will try to eat them wherever possible. I don't mind it. I like it sometimes, just not always. How about you, Novak?
I'll save. I will on occasion eat stuff, but I don't feel bad about throwing the stuff out, small portions. and I get so much crap from my wife about it. She wants to save everything, so we end up with 10 Tupperwares of food that nobody's ever going to eat in the fridge. And also sometimes it's, well, just save that fork full of pasta in there. And I say, I can afford $1 for a fresh box of pasta that takes me 15 minutes to make. So
look at this elite guy right here. Just
it's all that podcast revenue rolling in, allowing you to buy pasta
for days. Yeah, the pasta king of the Midwest.
It's, the way it's looking is that, Geiger, you wait for Hancock to mail you snacks just for sustenance, and then
yeah, I don't throw away any leftover snacks because that's all I have to my name. No, I mean, we are that way too, especially with kids. I feel like kids like
to film podcasts 3 times a day for some reason.
Hey, when do you guys send more snacks? Yeah, it's ready to record. But it's so like the kids will have like a thing of chicken tenders. They'll like lick each one and take one bite out of each one and then just leave it there. And I don't want to throw that away, but it's also eaten food at that point. So I will sometimes like cut off the ends of them and save the rest and then eat them as well. Or I just eat them as part of my meal. Kids are just making me fatter. But we are that family too that has a ton of, my wife does not really like eating leftovers a lot. So I usually try to use them all up at like lunchtime.
All right, let's move on to our special segment of the day, and Chad's going to walk us through.
So this next segment that we're going to do is a new one we wanted to try. We're calling it You Tried Dat. So eventually we're going to run out of You blank Dat ideas, but we haven't yet. So with this segment, we're going to try a new beverage that we haven't tried before. And then we're going to rate the beverage and see how that goes. So this one that we're going to try is... We had talked about Mountain Dew on a previous episode and how much Geiger loves Mountain Dew. And then this one was heavily publicized. I think there was like a Super Bowl commercial with this one with like Peter Dinklage and Morgan Freeman. So this is the Mountain Dew Ice Lemon Lime flavor. I think this is supposed to be like their take on Sprite or something like that.
Are there other flavors than lemon lime for this ice?
I don't think so.
Maybe? Probably not. Maybe they want there to be some eventually.
It basically looks like Sprite, I guess. It's just totally clear. I've started to see it more on shelves now. After I bought this, I started noticing it.
Now, as far as sodas go, Sprite, not terrible. One of the ones that I would drink when I used to drink a lot more pop. But I probably haven't had a Mountain Dew in 20 years or something, so I don't know what this is going to even taste like.
I probably haven't had one in like 20 minutes.
I've only had Mountain Dew in the last 20 years at Geiger's house. When I go over and say, you got any soda? And he's got Mountain Dew, and I begrudgingly choke it down.
I know how to play to the masses or to the 6-year-olds that enjoy Mountain Dew still.
Who does enjoy Mountain? I think we talked about this before, and you previously described it as nerds and extreme sports guys.
It's like, yeah, right. It's associated with nerds, like NASCAR.
Do nerds drink Mountain Dew? Is that true?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a big video game drink.
So many nerds at work love Mountain Dew, because I work at a place with lots of nerds, and they love Mountain Dew.
Really?
Like NASCAR rednecks, they like them, and I think it's real big with, yeah, like with bras, just doing their extreme sports.
This is all the different NASCAR people, nerds, and bras.
Yeah. Yo, brah. Hey, bro, pound that
Mountain
Dew,
Dew can bring people together, I think. If
right. Yeah.
Those are the different people who like it. They don't get along now.
You could have one guy playing Call of Duty, another guy just hang gliding off a sick mountain, bruh, and then drinking it Mountain Dew.
It brought together Peter Dinklage and Morgan Freeman, so if we can build that bridge, then the possibilities are endless.
Which of those three is Morgan Freeman?
The bra.
Is he more a bra? He's a bra.
He's not a video game guy or a NASCAR fan, I hope.
He's like, we remember from Shawshank Redemption when he was like, "My name is Red, brah." That was stupid.
And that was the last time that Andy, my bruh.
So stupid.
They were the original bras. Andy Dufresne.
The original bruh. Yo, bruh.
So we're going to do a little bit different rating system here. Since this was Mountain Dew Ice, I thought we could rate this as follows. There are going to be 3 ratings here. It's either going to be Ice Ice Baby, or Ice Ice Maybe, or Ice Ice Nay Be.
You idiot.
Oh boy. What size shoehorn did you have to buy to wedge that one in
I've been thinking about that all day.
That was what survived the brainstorm, huh?
Yep. So there you go. Those are your three choices. We have to rate it one of those three.
Okay. This doesn't taste like Mountain Dew to me.
No.
It does. It tastes actually. What this tastes like, it doesn't quite taste like Sprite. Not as strong of a flavor. It tastes more like if you get like a generic Sprite, like whatever RC Cola's Sprite is, or something like that.
Sierra Mist? Isn't Sierra Mist basically Sprite?
Yeah, it kind of tastes like Sierra Mist a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It basically tastes like watered down Sprite.
Yep.
Not bad. I mean, I would sooner drink it over a Mountain Dew.
Me too.
I don't know. It's decent. It's refreshing enough to have here in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I mean, we established previously I'm not too much of a pop drinker anymore, but if I still was, I could see myself drinking this, but I'm not going to go out of my way for it, so I'm going to give this an ice maybe.
All right, Geiger, what do you think? You're a Mountain Dew man.
Look, bruh. Let me lay it out for you like
If
this.
only you could go back and make the... You'd have to change the rating to something with bra in it.
Or if only I was quick enough to think of one now, but I'm not. So...
Rate this on a scale of 0 to 100 bras.
I know Mountain Dew. This swill is no Mountain Dew, my friends. Fucking trash. Get the Mountain Dew logo off your bottle and call yourselves Sprite Junior or whatever you're trying to be. This is not, I mean, okay, it's not bad, but I don't, I mean, I like, look, the thing
Come on,
is,
bro.
come on, bro. I'm going to give it to you straight, bro, which is a mediocre. No, I mean, look, here's the thing, though. When would you buy this? This is going to be available at the same place where they sell Mountain Dew, which is far superior, or Sprite, which is a superior version of this.
This
Like,
will
I
be
can't-
off the shelves in a year. That is what I'm guessing.
I will never buy this. It's fun. It doesn't taste bad. It's just like if you like Sprite, buy a Sprite.
Yep.
They're probably the same price. This is actually an ice. You're gonna make me fucking say this. Ice maybe. I'm giving this a thumbs down.
Wow, that's a compelling argument, actually. And you just spilled it all over yourself.
As I was drinking it, yeah.
He rates it ice maybe, then takes a drink and pours half of it on his chest.
You're clearly the nerd of the three. That's.
Hey, brah. Ask me that GameCube controller. Am I right, brah? Anyway, moving on.
All right. I think that is a little harsh. I would drink this, so I'm not going to nay something that you just nayed something that you're going to pound back for the next half hour of this episode.
I said it tasted fine. I just don't understand why you would buy one.
Yeah.
I think we gave you so much crap about liking everything. You're just going to start. I'm just joking.
Different and
Geiger can't win with you.
Exactly. That's how bros treat one another. I have to give it an ice maybe because it's not great. I certainly would not pick it over a soda of choice, but I'm having no problem drinking it, and it's better than even a Mountain Dew to me. So I'm gonna stick with the ice maybe.
All right.
exactly argument. You tell me something you liked about it. That's what I hear every week on this podcast. I would never buy it, and I don't really like it that much. But
It's
yeah,
better
that's fine.
Shitty Mountain Dew. That's what I like about it.
That's not the argument. First of all, it's not true, and second of all, that's not the rating, my friend. That's fine. You can do that though. I'll let him.
No, when we gave you crap, bro, was when you were saying all those things about how indifferent. I wouldn't eat it if it was a chip at a party unless it was the last one like that.
Listen, you're outvoted, brah. Just deal with it.
Hey, I contain multitudes, bruh.
All right, so now we're going to redeem ourselves and put a little healthy fruit in our body with what's called the One Bar cherry flavored. And One Bar, I'm assuming, makes a number of different flavors. Chad, when you saw this, did you notice were there other flavors around?
This was the only flavor they had at the time, but I have seen other flavors elsewhere, but I couldn't tell you what those flavors were off the top of my head. But it does say, I think the name One Bar, one pure serving of fruit, it says underneath that. So does that mean that there's how much is a serving of cherry? One cherry, or like...
If you look at the ingredients, it's got pears, apples, cherries, juice concentrate, and more juice concentrate. Baobab superfruit, which I don't know what that
What is baobab?
Okay, so I've actually had baobab. It's a fruit in Madagascar. So we had it when we were in Madagascar. We saw these baobab trees, and so we bought some baobab from some kid off the side of the street that was just like throwing rocks at the fruit to knock them down and then selling them. So we bought it, and it's like very dry on the inside, and you just put it in your mouth, and it just kind of tastes like this, like very, like almost if you squish down cotton candy, you know, but not that sweet. It's not great.
Really selling it.
Yeah, and then we also bought some baobab jam while we were there and brought it back, and that was kind of disgusting, actually.
Baobab, bruh.
And that was the baobab hour.
Brubab. But it's interesting that for this cherry flavor...
Rubab.
Sorry. For the cherry...
Let's just stop there for a moment.
There was just a bunch of bras knocking off fruit off the tree with hockey sticks.
Yo, bro, get down here. Just nailing the fruit with a rock.
This thing smells like a fruit roll-up.
Yeah.
What I was going to say was that it's weird that cherries are not even... They're the third fruit listed on the cherry flavor, like behind pears and apples.
Yeah.
It is strange.
It also has cherry juice concentrate, though, so I think it's...
This does smell like a fruit roll-up.
Yeah, it really... It almost smells like a fruit, like a Fig Newton with the fruit inside, though.
I think that says a lot to our crummy processed food sensibilities to smell all this dried fruit and be like, that's a fruit roll-up.
Yeah, we're the worst.
What's that odd, sweet, natural smell? Oh, it's a fruit. Look at that.
Well, it's
got a gummy consistency.
It's gummy. Yeah, I was trying to think about how to describe it. You're right.
Gummy, but yet there's also like weird chunks in it.
This stuff, I know you like the Butterfinger sticking in your teeth, Gagger, but this stuff's kind of doing the same.
Yeah.
Thank God I got this Ice Maybe to wash it down with.
Well, time for us to look like a bunch of morons by ripping on the fruit.
I think this would have been better if it was a Cool Ranch Dorito flavor.
Yeah, why can't one bar make a Snickers flavor?
I don't know. This is tough to... Some of the consistency is very odd to me. I'm not sure what to compare it to. But it's not terrible. I think it's... Cherry also is not my favorite fruit, to be honest.
No, cherry is not great.
What is your favorite fruit?
Banana.
Yeah, banana for me, apple close second.
But
So
banana-flavored things aren't great, but banana is the best straight fruit.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, I like bananas fine. I think I might have mentioned before, I've become allergic to a bunch of fruits. In fact, cherry might be one of them, so if my lips pop up in a second, apple definitely is, so we will find out.
Why do we keep feeding you stuff you're allergic to?
I don't know. I'm turning into a mutant for food. I can't eat anything.
Yeah,
but
it's every week something new you're allergic. I didn't know you're allergic to any of this stuff.
I'm allergic to snacks, guys. I should have told you that when we started. But no, my favorite, like, I like grapes a lot, and I used to love strawberries. I can't eat strawberries anymore, but I used to love them. I have been eating bananas more lately. In terms of like candy flavor fruit, because like banana flavored things are awful, almost by and large awful.
Right.
Grape flavor is really good, even though grape flavor does not really taste like grapes typically.
Strawberry flavored is also good, and a salad fruit.
Wait, you don't like banana bread or banana cream pie?
Banana bread's good.
That's like a candy though, like a banana Laffy Taffy is probably one of the lower Laffy Taffy flavors.
I've never had that. That sounds gross.
Banana popsicles are bad.
Yes, I agree.
I see.
All right, so time to rate this bad boy here. Here's the thing. This is not meant, honestly, to taste like a candy bar, which is tough to follow up with Snickers. So it is a serving of fruit, and for that, I don't think it's all that bad. It does have the baobab, bruh, so I think that helps. I just wanted to squeeze it in there, but it's I'm still going at it, and I think I could finish this whole thing, and I'm feeling decent about eating it. I'm gonna give it an indifferent to that because it's standing up well as I eat it, and I think it's decent for a fruit bar. Chad?
Okay, I'm not trying to say every bar needs to be a Snickers. All right, so let's just get that out of the way.
But it wouldn't hurt.
There is a place in modern society for this kind of, like, healthy granola bar or whatever, and I'm not just saying in the garbage can. Like, I will eat...
Yeah, it's San Francisco.
Yeah.
Right,
No,
it's my home city.
You're clearly not building toward anything, that's clear.
You're setting us up for the letdown here.
Yeah. I'll eat a healthy snack sometimes. I'll eat a granola bar sometimes. It would not be this. 2 bites in, I'm out. I don't want to finish it. I'm not going to twist it to close it and save it for later. This is going straight in the compost later. It's stuck in my teeth, which is annoying. But the Baobab saves it, so I'm going to give it a dislike.
Whoa. The Baobab brought it up from a hate that?
No, I didn't actually hate it. I was joking. Some of the fruit is pretty good. Like, the fruit flavor is not terrible, but I just don't like the consistency. I don't love the flavor, so I'm going dislike that.
The cherry flavor is better than it would be eating a cherry candy, I think. Like, it's not so overwhelmingly, like, sickly sweet. Geiger, where are you going to fall?
Bruh, just like that. I'll tell you what doesn't taste good, at least for me, taking a swig of Mountain Dew Ice right after eating this thing. It is fine. I don't like that it's all stuck in my teeth. I do think my lower lip is a little puffed up, so I would never eat it again for that reason.
Oh, jeez.
But that's not, like, why. I mean, that's not the food's fault. That's my fault for eating it. So, and it's not that big a deal. Anyway, it tastes okay. I like the flavor okay. I'm with you guys. I don't love cherry that much as a flavor, but it was fine. And it is healthy. I could see myself, like, giving these to my kids so that they're not eating, like, garbage on, like, a road trip or something. Because of all those gas stations that sell Baobab, where the fuck we're going to find this. I would say but at the same time, if I'm being honest with myself, it's not something that's going to satisfy me. If I want a snack, like, I'm not going to reach for it on myself and be like, I had to kind of work to finish it. So I would say indifferent to that as well. Right down the middle.
All right. So wait, just to be straight, you finished all 3 snacks, correct?
I did, yes.
Okay. That's a dislike and 2 indifference. So drum roll, please. We think you should go get a Snickers Crisper.
As any asshole could have predicted.
We gotta set ourselves up for this crap. Like, we gotta just put 3 really crazy things in so that we don't look like idiots.
Oh well, whatever. Who gives a shit?
That is our winner for the week. And any closing thoughts here, guys?
Nope.
See ya! All right, that's going to do it for this episode, and we'll be back next time with 3 brand new snacks. Later, guys.
Deuces.
Yep.